Man, it is during times of crisis like these that I'm very glad that shows like The Masked Singer were able to get like all their episodes recorded like right before all this happened. Because it really has gotten serious to where even stuff like Rita's is now temporarily closed. I mean, don't get me wrong, as sad as I am, it's for the best. So, I'm not all that upset. But man, if I couldn't watch The Masked Singer, I really would probably go crazy. Especially when, as at the time, we're not even halfway through season 3. Now we're halfway through season 3. But, at the time, I saw the readers closed, we weren't. So, that was good to see. So good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. Yep. We are past the halfway mark of the week. I hope everybody out there is doing okay. I mean, I presume everything's going okay because I'm looking at my window right now. It doesn't appear that there's any sort of massive riots or fire or anything like that at all. It's going crazy. So I could take some comfort knowing that we're good in that department. Well, I guess I could get to talking about what I normally talk about, and that is what happened on The Masked Singer last night. So, needless to say, this is the final episode before we get to what they have dubbed the quote-unquote Super 9. And you can imagine that the stakes have never been higher. And considering that group, this whole season, we've had the likes of Lil Wayne, Shaka Khan, Tony Hawk, Sarah Palin. Not only does it mean that the person underneath the mask could be anyone, but it goes to show just who's capable enough and talented enough to actually perform on stage in a very big, bulky, heavy, costume. It really does go to show, that this silly sounding concept of a show really does work. It really, really, really does work. So that being said, last night we had the T-Rex, the Rhino, the Night Angel, and the Astronaut. And as you can imagine, all 4 performances were nothing short of fantastic to watch. I would totally watch them all again. Had a great time. Never really thought any single performance was bad. Honestly, there is only one explanation why that the celebrity that got unmasked. And it had nothing to do with the performance. It really had to do with, believe it or not, what happened after they sang. See, if you saw last night's episode, then you know that it was the T-Rex that ultimately got, unmasked, which I'll be getting into, in a few moments. The one thing that the T-Rex didn't do, that the Astronaut, the Night Angel, and the Rhino did, is whenever at the end of a song, they talk to the judges, do stuff like that, and, they have an opportunity to say a few words, in a disguised microphone, of course, the microphone they're speaking to, disguises their voice so no one can recognize who they are. And so, excuse me, after they sang, the judges were talking to them, and if you go on YouTube maybe and watch, because I'm sure you could probably watch this episode online somewhere, the things that the Astronaut, the Rhino, and the Night Angel say are all very compelling. Compelling in the sense man, you just listen to what they're saying, and you just feel for them. I mean, don't get me wrong, the T-Rex tried it. It's just that the T-Rex didn't do the greatest job at it. I mean, you had, like, the Night Angel saying, like, I've never been, like, comfortable on stage. The Rhino saying stuff like, you know, I have sort of a sordid past. And then you have, like, the T-Rex, who had just said that, you know, I stayed up till midnight every night this week trying to make sure that I got the performance right. And that is compelling, but when you have someone else who says, like, they have sort of a checkered past, or, like, they're in there for redemption, saying that you've been up every night at midnight to make sure your performance is perfect doesn't really seem that compelling in comparison. Sorry, it just doesn't. Ultimately, I think that's what it would not surprise you. That's ultimately why the T-Rex got axed off. So, with that being said, who the heck was the T-Rex? Well, you tell me. I say this because, okay, if it hasn't been that apparent, I am a simple individual with simple likes. Some of those likes involve the entertainment that I seek out in the form of television shows. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get to watch every show that's ever been made. And I certainly know for a fact that there are shows I'm personally not going to seek out because they don't just seem like my thing, let alone the entirety of my demographic. What is my demographic? I really don't know the answer to that. But really, it's just whatever I like is what I go for. But I would say my demographic would be, you know, male, white, 30-year-olds, I guess. So that being said, I'm certainly never going to watch Dance Moms. Furthermore, never did I ever think that anyone from... Well, it's rare when it happens. But if a person is on a reality TV show, they can become a celebrity to be like in movies and such, or be like performers on stage, or singers, or whatever. So that being said, of course I would have no idea who JoJo Siwa is. Because that's who ended up getting unmasked. Listen, I have I'm not gonna make fun of her name or whatever, especially since there is actually an anime and manga series that's referred to as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Even though, with the exception of one individual, all of the main characters have been named JoJo, have been dudes. But there's no way JoJo Siwa is a real name. I'm almost convinced that's not the case. Stage name, maybe. But, I mean, I guess it is kind of cool that after she got unmasked, because apparently she was supposed to be on tour at the time of that recording. And she put her tour on pause to be in The Masked Singer. Which, I gotta say, takes some dedication. I like that. At the very least, I have a newfound respect for her. Not that I didn't have any respect for her at all, just I had no idea who she is. But you know what? Sometimes I like to use this as an opportunity to learn, so I might learn a little about JoJo Siwa, shall we? Okay, so, 2 seasons of Dance Moms. Okay. Okay. Not really, apparently she had a cameo in SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout. Yeah. Oh, apparently she was in the Angry Birds movie too. Okay. That doesn't really say much. Looking at the songs she sang, her singles. I'll be honest, unless I've actually hear them right now, I have no idea what any of them are. So, you know what? I think it's probably for the best. Just because, of course, with a show like The Masked Singer, you're already going in not knowing who is underneath the mask. And, you know, I can always take an opportunity to learn more about anyone later. But, wow, she's only 16 years old. Okay. So, she is very accomplished for a young age. So, congratulations. You're cool in that regard. So, yeah, that was fun. And now, actually, that is something that Nick Cannon himself did say last night before the show ended. Because we are at the Super 9 right now. Meaning there's only 9 contestants left. And therefore, anyone can be underneath the mask. Anyone can sing anything. And if that isn't crazy enough, Nick Cannon mentioned that next Wednesday is April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. Which means, quite literally, anything could happen. Okay, so let's see if anything really does happen, shall we? With that much time left to go and stuff. Yeah, personally, I can't wait to see what happens next week, and I really hope that. So, who do I think is going to win between? Well, you know what? Why not? I guess I could maybe make some. Well, honestly, I can't really make some predictions. I was gonna say. So, who between the kangaroo, the turtle, the white tiger, the banana, the frog, the kitty, the astronaut, the night angel, and the rhino, who among them is going to win? Here's the thing, and this is something I talked about a while back. The fact that it really has been over a month and a half since we've heard anyone from Group A means, for the most part, I kind of forgot who they sounded like or what clues they had. So, yeah. I guess really anything could happen. Do I suspect some sort of major thing to happen or go on in the next, several weeks? Because, again, this whole thing is going to go until the Masked Singer, that is. This whole season's poised to end at the very end of May. Like, we're well in the spring. Well, technically, we are in the spring now. But, we're going to be very deep, deep, deep in the spring before summer's here. And, actually, I'm trying to think. Let me look up a calendar for a moment. Let's see, 20 calendar. Okay, so if I am correct on this, let's see. It's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. Right before Memorial Day weekend. That's when The Masked Singer Season 3 is going to end. It'll actually be a way to prepare for going up to Cuca Lake. That's going to be fun. So look forward to that. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platforms. Be sure to comment if you'd like to. I am very humble. I made this video for all you guys watching Joe for today. I'm hoping you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And remember, if you guys want to talk with Channel Wisdom here, to London here, I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.